just seems strange that Carter was put on IR, but then yet was out to practice. Can you explain that?
Yeah, just Carter continues to go about his business, go through the protocol of getting ready to play. I was going to play Urson San Jose anyway to give Carter time. So I think I can announce we sent Willman down. Wanted to bring Laxell up. I think it's a roster spot that we needed to clear, so that's why it's basically logistics. Carter continues to work, and we'll see where it all goes as far as the protocol.
Is it fair to say it's a precaution to put him on IR that he could play if needed, or is that, because yesterday you seemed pretty confident that he was okay?
Yeah, he has to go through, I'm not sure when his, what do they call it, an evaluation or something like that, I don't know. He has to do that. I had spoken to the goalies prior to all of this, even before the practice yesterday, that I wanted Urson to get another start after his third period in Carolina, and I'm giving you information I usually don't do, but Carter will get the next 2 games in the West Coast trip.
So Carter is going on the trip.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yep.
Really impressed with that third period and that came back in?
Yeah, you know what, Al? I don't think we played that well in front of him. I don't think we helped him in his first start. First shot goes in. It just wasn't great. And then when Carter gets hurt, we put him back in. Don't want to draw it up that way, but I thought he stood in there. I think it kind of shows me a little bit of his character. I think he's got a good feel about himself. I think the right type of swagger for a goalie to have. And I've been wanting to see him play anyway. And after a good third period, it gives us a chance in that game. I want to put him right back in.
Going back to Carter for a second, you said he's in the protocol still. I guess, and this is sort of following up what Sam asked, if he's in the protocol, why is he cleared to practice?
I'm not sure how the protocol works. I think you're able to practice, but you still have to, when they give you the final okay, they still have to have an evaluation, I think. I'm not going to put Tommy up here in front of you, but Tommy would know better. And, I still think he has to be cleared to play. Just like some of the other injuries, I think he can practice, but you still need to be cleared. At least I guess that's our organization. The protocol as far as concussions, you're going to have to get the guidelines. I don't have them. But I know he still has to have an interview and go through that final eval to say you can play.
Gotcha. Changing gears for a minute, I think this was like last week, you mentioned about Ivan Provorov, that you said that you felt like he needed to make quicker decisions with the puck. I'm curious, number one, how you feel like he's gone in that area, and number two, just your general feelings about his play over the last few weeks.
Yeah. I thought Provy started really well, and I do think it was quicker decisions, moving the puck quicker, seeing the ice quicker. I think that's been inconsistent. I'll put it that way. I still think there are easier plays to be made. We don't always have to make the difficult one, especially with him. I think that's a big part of when I watched him play from afar. When he held on to the puck too long, he puts himself in a bad spot. He's played really good for us for a majority part of this year. I just think he needs to get back to how he started the year and making those quick decisions, getting it up, head manning, just advancing the puck, and then you can join. I think that'll help his game. I think it's been inconsistent.
Would it help him? It seemed like, I don't know if this is the deep area you're going to roll with in California, but it seemed like the last couple of days he was getting quite a few reps with Cam York.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think
probably start that way, yeah.
Do you think it would help him playing with the high-end puck mover like Cam?
Yeah. I hope it does. Provy to me is, I think he's got to think defend first. I don't think he should be thinking that I've got to be that high-end puck mover first. I think his game is eating pucks. He's such a competitor. Eats pucks, blocks shots, does great things around the net defensively. I think he needs to get back to that part of his game in his focus and allow the other part to come. And I just thought he had a much a much cleaner focus with the puck when the year started, as far as just advancing, quick plays, and then join. If he gets back to that, I think his whole game comes into play. But defending is the most important part for his game, as far as I'm concerned.
As far as Cam York, do you think he's been more assertive than what you saw in camp?
Yorkie?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, he's a. I want him to rove. I want him to be a rover. He has shown us that he's willing to defend. I think he's done some good things around the net. He's closed people out in corners, has worked on the hard part of playing defense. I want to give him the freedom to rove. And I think he's done a pretty good job of that. I want to see him do it more. I want that even more in more minutes of his game to be a rover, as long as he meets us halfway defending. And I look at a guy I coached a long time ago in Danny Boyle. It was kind of the deal him and I made. I said, Danny, just meet me halfway as far as defending and competing in that area, and you do what the hell you want up the ice. And he was one of the greatest rovers I've ever coached. I think Yorkie can be that, because I think he has shown us that he's willing to compete underneath the hash marks too.
Do you see another guy who you gave the freedom to rove a bit in Columbus was Zach Werenski? Do you see some similarities there between
Yeah,
the two?
yeah, he's a different body, bigger guy. But yeah, Z sucked defending when he came to us. He didn't have a clue how to defend. And one of the most, and Z and I had some paths that we had to go down, but he understood the coaching, he accepted it, showed us how hard he can compete defending, and we just let him go. And I mean, he's one of the best at it. Yeah, I see similarities. Not as big as Z, but the skating, the as far as going side to side, and all the athleticism in his game, yeah, that's a pretty good comparison. And Z's certainly not perfect at defending, but he tries. So we're going to let him go. Same thing with Yorkie.
Going back to the goalies for a second, you said obviously that Urson's going to get the start, and as long as Carter's cleared, he'll get the final two. Where does that leave Alexandria? Where are you at with him?
Yeah, I'm not sure where it all goes. We're going to take the 3 on the trip here, and Sandy hasn't been on the ice a lot just the past couple of days since he was sick. And then the break and all that. So he needs to do some work with Dilly, and then we'll see where it goes. I don't know. I've wanted to see Urson play all year long. Had a major injury the prior year, didn't play much. It's the right thing to do for him to get a bunch of minutes down there in the American League. From the reports I've gotten, he's played really well down there. Could be an all-star, unless if they announced an all-star team down there. I may have missed it. Yeah. So I want to see him play. I think he deserves a chance because we knew Carter was going to be our number 1 guy, but Urs was our best goalie in camp, and. But I think Chuck and the organization has done a great job in getting him a ton of minutes down there. Now it's the end of December. I think he deserves an opportunity, and we'll see where it goes from there.